Scottish song.
Rolling in my hoop, bro, sound on crank, AC on the freeze, so you know I'm rolling windows down, yo. Beer on top, when I'm rolling, keep it humble, watch your for these laws, cause you know they clocking for the combo of bro, boy. Trying to make it out the jungle, got hope for the money, Lord, keep me out of trouble, hard enough, on the straight and narrow, nigga, trying to fall like some bitch, but I swear I'm down for the wrong. I'm just a broke boy with dreams like a dope boy, but life can be a bitch sometimes like oh boy. But I rap for mine like Simple 5 when they deep boy. Real niggas stand 10 toes when life tries to destroy. Pride comes before the fall. Watch the heavens a trizoid. Only the gets tips, but tell me how can you enjoy? You never been annoyed and shit is on like a bus boy. The last shot we first, so don't trip when you delinquent in this experience of affliction and tripping off these decoys. I see no showing up these boys. Cold like Bruce Lee, boy, call me boy, and I'll destroy. Ego, yeah, humorous, I'll enjoy. Like zebra cakes to a fat boy. Rolling in my hoop, bro, sound on crank, AC on the freeze, so you know I'm rolling windows down, yo. Beer on tuck, when I'm rolling, keep it humble, watch it for these laws, cause you know they clocking for the fumble of road, boy. Trying to make it out the jungle, got hope for the bullet, Lord, keep me out of trouble, hard enough, on the straight and narrow, nigga, trying to fumble like some bitch, but I swear I'm down for the rumble, keep it pushing when you taking L's all the time, when your life's on the line, all you gotta do is grind, baby boy, keep it pushing in the upcoming time, don't sweat these haters on your line, and every dozen there's a dime, so know all these hoes come with shine, if one trip, there's another one for show on the horizon line, daddy jeans progressing me, mama on her knees praying, cause I'm in these streets like sesame, no felonies, no I'm surrounded by people in dichotomy, do the poor decision based off of this economy, don't feel you on the break, cursing Deuteronomy, these crackers got blacks and Hispanics in autonomy, just follow me, rolling in my hoop, bro, sound on crank, AC on the freeze, so you know I'm rolling windows down, yo, beer on tuck, when I'm rolling, keep it humble, watch your for these laws, cause you know they clocking for the fumble of road, boy, trying to make it out the jungle, got hope for the bundle, Lord, keep me out of trouble, hard enough, on the straight and narrow, nigga, trying to fumble like some bitch, but I swear I'm down for the rumble.
All right, we are the Israelite School Universal Practice on West 125th Street, New York. And today is Lashawan Qadash class. We got feedback on what was that just playing?
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, no sweat. No sweat. This is Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, start out of 1 West 125th Street under Commander Jury YAHANNA. You know what I'm saying? Today is the Lashawan Qadash class. And we're going to do a continuation of establishing the root and doing transliteration, which is also going to get into breaking down some of the different type of stems and how pronouns and verbs work in conjunction with one another. Like we always start off every class, hit these Hebrew alphabet. Let's do it. All right. Ah, ba, ba. You can turn it back. It's fine. Da. Da. Sock it. Ah. Ah. Ba. Ba. Da. 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 Ha. Ha. Wa. Wa. Za. Za. Ha. Ha. Ta. Ta. Ya. Ya. Ka. Ka. La. La. Ma. Ma. Na. Na. Sa.
Sa.
I.P.K. Tzuk. Qu. Ruh. Sh. And Th. Right. I brought it out of focus, brother. There we go. No sweat. All right. So we're gonna pick up where we left off. You understand? This right here, this is a table to establish what we're dealing with. All right. So we're dealing with 1 Samuel 22:1. If someone could pull that scripture for me.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 22, verse 1.
Salaki, let this brother read. Go ahead. Let me know when you have it.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 22, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
David therefore departed thence.
All right, stop. All right. So now we're going to break down as we've done before. All right. We're going to do it word by word. Okay. So from your previous lessons, right? Okay. When you see YAH at the beginning, what is this called? It's called a what?
A wa conversive.
A conversive. All right. And when you see wa and ya, what does that mean in the beginning?
And he.
All right. And he. All right. So we have YAHANNA. All right. So dealing with the lock, right? Can someone just off premise just make an assumption, right? So, all right. So does everyone, I don't have to explain what da means. Everybody know who da is, right?
Okay.
Who is da?
Like your King David, sir?
Correct. I'm just going to write it right below it. David. All right. Before I get ahead of myself, also, what is when you see YAH, it's the wa conversive. What type of stem is it? Off top.
Qual.
All right. All right. So now that we know what the prefixes are, that would make the root of the word starting off what? Say it one more time.
Lock.
All right. Okay. So in one exceptional case, right, the missing letter shows the root. The normal word, the root word is normally halak. All right. Let me pull what that means. 1 second. All right. So the root word of, I'll get a black marker. So right now we're dealing with YAHANNA. All right. The root word is halak, right? All right. Halak means to walk. All right. So the root word is the green marker again. Is lock. All right. What form is this? Okay. So where is the wa and the ya in halak? Is it before the word or after the word? All right. So if it's before the word, it's a what? It's a prefix. All right. Okay. All right. And then what person is it talking about?
SHALAM.
Go ahead.
Male gender.
No. What person? Not gender. What person? So what person would that be in? So like if I said, man, that boy Taza.code, what person would that be in?
So like a third person.
Third person. All right. And we're talking about King David. So that would be what? Gender?
Male.
Masculine. All right. And is it plural or singular?
Singular.
Yes. All right. And there's no special feature in this one. All right. So, all right. So moving forward, that's dealing with the verb analysis, right? So now let's start breaking it down. All right. So the wa conversive, all right, lets you know that you're dealing with the qual stem. All right. And now we're going to deal with the basic meaning of halak, which means to walk, or in this case, go. All right. So we now have one base of the word. All right. So we know, let's break this word down. So we know wa is and, ya is he, lak in this case from halak means to go or to walk. All right. Let's see. All right. So now, does everybody have this bottom part dealing with the wa conservative? You got it? All right, no sweat. All right. Next, we're going to deal with masham. All right. Now, for those that have been in class, right, when you see the prefix ma, all right, what does ma mean as a prefix? You have to go back in your notes, almost to the beginning.
So like if I may, of or from.
Of or from. Double check you, brother. Make sure that you right, that you on your stuff. And the brother is correct. All right. Ma as a prefix means of or from. All right. Okay. Let's see. All right. So when you're dealing with the word shum, all right, it means, let's see, let's break this down. I'm gonna do the other one. So now we have what the prefix means. Prefix means of or from. Shum means there in the place sense, THERE. Now, read 1 Samuel 1:21.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 1, verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
And the man Elpion.
All right. No, sorry. 1 Samuel 22:1.
Okay. It's the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 22, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
David, therefore, departed thence.
All right. So David departed. He to go or to walk. In this case, is dealing with past tense. So David departed.
There then thence. Therefore departed thence.
All right. Read it one more time.
David therefore departed thence.
All right. So thence means there. All right. So this would go from here to here. All right. So, and dealing with he, because it's masculine, and David or King David went or walked there, which is hence, which is how you get the translation in 1 Samuel 22:1. So this is how you start getting into breakdown and transliteration, right? And as you can see, our language is a very direct language. You don't have a lot of filler words, okay? So I'm gonna step away, make sure everybody takes a picture of this before we move on. Go ahead.
Filler words don't mean, because English got a lot of filler words.
There are no filler words in Hebrew.
Right. So does filler words make it more filling?
Yes. Right. So it's like this, right? It's like you telling your child to be quiet and sit down versus, son, if you could please lower your voice and have a seat, please. No. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So that's the difference in Hebrew and in English. You know what I'm saying? It's very direct, blunt, straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, we weren't a people of many words. Why use 3 words when 2 will do?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah. So everybody got this? All right, let's see. All right. Boop. All right. So, we like to use the same words to bring a point home, right? So we're going to use Genesis 22 and 13. Genesis 22 and 13. And boom.
Do your homework. Go sit down. Sit your ass down.
All right.
Get over it.
Okay. So let's do it all over again. All right. We're using the same words and a new word. All right. So let's break it down. Just went over this. What does YAHANNA mean? Let's break it down. What is and? All right. Ya is what? He, which gives you the gender. All right. Well, ya gives you the stem. The ya gives you the gender. All right. It would be ya or her. Right. All right. Lock means what?
Go or to walk.
All right. Go or to walk. All right. When it removed, remember the actual root word is halak. When you remove the beginning part of it, the ha, it makes it past tense. So go walk. So we're going to say went. Okay. All right. This is self-explanatory. Does everybody know who this is? Who is Abraham?
The father of many nations.
Goddamn right. Father Abraham had many sons. You understand? All right. So we're dealing with the same thing. All right. So read Genesis 22:13.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 22, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
And Abraham.
Okay. And Abraham
lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, behind him a ram caught in a thicket by his horn.
All right. In the Torah, it translates to, and Abraham went and looked up his eyes. Right. So when you're dealing, like, that's why King James Version is great. 1611 is as close as you're going to get to the Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? And it would say, and Abraham went and looked. Right? So we're dealing with, you know what I'm saying, words that we're using, you know what I'm saying, introducing new words. Abraham is Abraham. Right? So you got a new word. You learn how to spell Abraham in the Hebrew. Make sure you take a picture of this so we can move on to the next beginning part of the scripture. Like, what you're going to notice is, as we're going through this, we're not going to break down the entire verse. We're going to deal with specifically what we're dealing with, the beginning of a sentence, the qual stem, right? So you can get used to seeing certain words, certain patterns. And soon enough, when you start, reading, when you're paying attention to Sabbath service, you know what I'm saying, or you're called up to read in Sabbath service and you're reading certain words, like, okay, well, I know when was at the beginning of it, it's the beginning of a prefix of a word, it's and. And when it's well, yeah, you know what I'm saying, it's given a masculine sense, it's part of a qual stem. You understand? So we're starting to build patterns and repetition. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna move on to the next one. All right. All right. We're gonna do 1 Samuel 15:32. All right. Make sure I got that right. All right. Oh yeah, here we go. All right. So we got what? Yeah. Lock. And we have yeah, what? All right. So let's do it again.
It's the book of 1 Samuel.
Hold on. All right. Lock. What does that mean? What does what mean?
He
And
so like
all right. Yeah.
he
Lock.
go or walk.
And depending on the tense, went. All right. Now, for previous class, all right, what does all mean? That's from last class. What does all mean?
To or unto.
Or into. All right.
Yeah.
Into, unto, or into. All right. And we know Yah is what?
He.
He. What is what? And. All right, read the first part of 1 Samuel. Let me give my marker. All right, read the first part of 1 Samuel 15:32.
It's the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15, verse 32. Then said Samuel, bring ye hither to me.
All right, so this is dealing with the subject, which is Samuel. And he said, and bring him. Sorry. All right. And bring him hither unto him. And the him that he's talking about is Samuel. All right. In other words, and he went unto him, or and bring him hither unto me. So read 1 Samuel 15:32.
It's the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15, verse 32. Then said Samuel, bring ye hither to me.
All right. So bring is another version of go, walk, or went. Right. And bring him unto me, or the first preposition of the subject dealing with Samuel. All right. All right. Let's see. All right. So now we're going to get a little deeper. All right. 1 Kings 12:15. All right. So we have what? All right. Now, we're dealing with 1 Kings 12:25. Wala'ah Shemai
15.
15. It's like 1 Kings 12:15. Wala'ah Shemai Hamalak al Ha'ain. All right. So, just like everything else, we're going to break it down piece by piece. All right.
You want me to read it first?
No.
All
right. So, what does "wa" mean? And. All right. All right. So, and we all know what, or you should know what la'ah means. What does la'ah mean?
No.
No or not. All right. All right. Okay. So now what we're going to start introducing is affixes. All right. So doing the verb analysis, right? Okay. So when "wa" is a prefix starting it off, what type of stem is it? We're dealing with the same stem. We ain't changed.
Qual.
Qual stem. All right. Okay. So the root word that we're going to deal with is Shema. All right. Okay. And the form is a affix. All right. Okay. So nothing's changed. We're still dealing with third person, male, singular. Okay. Now, a affix is a pronoun subject indicated at the end, not to be confused with a suffix. Because in certain cases, a affix can be at the beginning, but it can be at the end. All right. To give an example of what an affix is, like a root word would be want, it would give the tense, whether it's past, present, or future, but it can change the meaning of the word. Okay. All right. So there's no change to the basic root of the word because the root word is Shema. You understand? And the only time where there's not going to be, the root word is not going to be subject to change is in the third masculine singular version. And I'm going to give an example of a different version of how the word changed when it's in second person masculine single version. All right. So right now we have wa. So, you know, General Muhammad's favorite word is Shemai and Shaquat. Right. So what does Shemai mean? Does it mean be quiet?
Be silent.
So if you're trying to get me to understand something, right, and I say Shemai, right, it doesn't mean be quiet. It would mean what? You're trying to get me to understand something.
Like you hold your peace?
No. Shalom would be in there somewhere.
Salakia, if I may. Listen.
Listen. The water.
Just about to say.
Yeah. All right. So Shemai means listen. All right. All right. Let's see. Make sure I'm not missing anything. All right. So all the previous verb forms that we've examined come as a prefix onto the word. In this condition, we didn't have a prefix onto the word. It just was the root word, right? And when you have the qual stem, right? And so we won't get confused, like, well, how do you know it's a qual stem? When you have wa that starts off the sentence, right? Or waya that starts off the sentence, it's automatically a qual stem. Automatically. All right. That's why we're getting into repetition of doing sentence structure over and over and over again before we get into the peel stem and the high field stem and all that stuff or whatever. We're just going to deal with this until you get it down. And then go ahead.
Lucky, if I may. So Shema means listen. Shaquat means probably well or diligently.
We'll get to that.
That's
right. All right. So wa la, you know what I'm saying? Which wa means and, la means not or no. Shemai means listen. All right. When ha is the prefix of a word, what does it mean? Mm-hmm.
That's prefix.
Prefix, not suffix.
The prefix is the.
Thank you. All right. What does Malak mean? Well, I'll put it like this. What is Officer Malak Watts? What does his name mean? What does Malak Watts mean?
That means king, sir.
The water. Malak means king. All right. Okay. Now we just went over what all mean. What does all mean?
Two, onto, and into.
All right. To, unto, into. All right. Now, to give you an example, everybody got the definition of the affix and all of that, right? Real quick. All right, rest the bottom part.
Go on, sir.
That's good. All right. All right. So in any other case, right, when the word is not in third person, the affix pronoun, which would make it past tense, will go right there. It will follow behind the word. Okay. So again, do not get affix with suffix confused. And this situation only happens when it's the third person masculine singular tense, right? So now I'm going to give you an example of different tenses, right? So we know that, let's see how I can do this. All right, so dealing with third person masculine singular. All right. And then over here, I'll put second person masculine singular, same word. All right. So we know the regular way, you're going to have Shema in its root form. Oh, sorry. Okay. But when it's in second person singular form, all right. Matter of fact, let me. Okay. Okay. So the affix pronoun when it's not in third person masculine form, because this is third person masculine singular. You add this makes it second person. All right. So third person masculine singular is Shemai, as with the root word. And then with the affix pronoun, you would add the at the end, right? So it would be Shemai the. All right, go ahead.
What's second?
Second person. All right. So what is the as a suffix? Anybody? Mm-hmm. Slakia as a prefix, but it's put on the back end side. Thee or thou, right? All right. So third person would be like Tazadak is listening. Right? Okay. Second person would be thee or thou, or he is listening. Right? So I'm still talking about the person, right? But I'm not talking about the person in third person, right? You know what I'm saying? So first person would be Anya, right? I, right? Second person, he. Third person, the person. Tazadak is listening. So I am listening, he is listening, then the actual physical person is listening.
So that's like, so like you said to me, are you listening? And I said, he is listening.
If you say that, it would be third person.
So if I say he is listening instead of Amatazar is listening.
No. Okay, so we're talking about in reading, right? So we're not talking, this is not sentence structure. We're reading scripture, right? So there's difference in literary first, second, third person, and then oratory first, second, and third person, right? So if I asked you, if I said Matazah Shemai, and you was like Hawa'i Khan, you know what I'm saying, or Hawa'i Shemai, you know what I'm saying? You would say he is listening. That's third person. Or you just repeated what I said, Amatazah Shemai. You know what I'm saying? You say you're saying it in third person. You know what I'm saying? So you see how ridiculous that sounds, right? Right. So you would say, you know what I'm saying, Khan Shemai, you know what I'm saying? Yes, listen, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, Khan at a one Shemai, you feel me? So so yeah, back to what I was saying. All right. So when the affix pronoun, right, is here, you're dealing with second person. So when you have it added to the back end of the root word, it makes it past tense. All right. Okay. Everybody got this? Difference between, because the only time it's just the root word is in this instance. You know what I'm saying? Third person masculine singular. All right. So, and I gave an example of difference between third person masculine singular and second person masculine singular. Everybody got it? Got your picture? Oh, my bad. All right. Okay. Now, back to the last word. All right. When you have ha as a prefix in the word, what does that mean? Matazah, you just said it earlier.
She.
No, prefix.
Oh, the.
Yes, the. All right. And I'm means people. Sharnapash. 1 Kings 12 and 15.
1 Kings chapter 12, verse 15. Therefore the king hearkened.
So therefore, or the king, go ahead.
Hearken not.
Listened not. Let me get my arrows going. Get my arrows going. Let me use blue this time. Let me erase this so we can have some space. All right, let's start over. From the top of Shaw Posh.
This is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 12, verse 15. Wherefore the king hearkened,
listened
not unto
scratch unto
the people.
The people.
So
Go ahead.
it's like, so in the Hebrew, it's like saying it like, and not the king listen to the people.
Right.
It's almost in a backwards.
Damn.
But in actuality, English is backwards.
It's right. It's a feminine.
Right, because English is a bastardized language.
Right.
Right. Okay. So, and not so the subject is the king.
Right.
All right. The action is listening. All right. So, and not the king listened unto the people. I mean, and it still means the exact same thing.
Right.
It says in 1 Kings 12 and 15.
Just in it, because they both make sense. Just
right.
Read in a different way.
This is like Quaker English. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's why I said the 1611 is the closest that you're going to get to translated Hebrew. You have no yas. You have you don't have no J's. You know what I'm saying? You don't have no W's. You don't have no U's. You know what I'm saying? So it's as close as you're gonna get to it.
He, she, thee, and
Thou, and you got the yas replacing the just. And you gotta know how to count in Roman numerals. You know what I'm saying? So it's making you work your brain. You know what I'm saying? It's taking you back to grade school.
Counting Roman numerals?
Yeah, the chapters are all in Roman numerals in 1611. All of them. You know what I'm saying? So if you really want to learn your Roman numerals, read the book of Psalms. Real talk. All right, make sure I got everything right. Okay, so take a picture of this. Make sure you got it. While you erase it. Make sure ain't no questions on here. All right. Everybody got it? No sweat. Now, we getting all technical and stuff, with all this milk. With all this meat. I'm saying, let's get to the milk. And just have people just eating on steak. And, the new people watching class don't have the basics. You know what I'm saying? Man, bro, that reverb is something serious, man. All right. So now we're going to go over the origin of possibly how Adam came up with the Hebrew alphabet, right? Which is very important, you understand, because the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, correct? So, which would mean, like our ancestors were very practical people, all right? So, Let's deal with the first Hebrew alphabet. Ah. Do it like this. Where's my marker? Where's my eraser? Don't lose my eraser.
Is it under your book, sir?
The what? Let's do this. Letter. Sound. Definition. Illustration. All right. Yeah. All right. First letter. What letter is that?
Ah.
All right. So we know the sound. All right. As far as an illustration, right? Think of an animal. What does that look like?
An ox.
An ox. Yes, it does. When you look at an ox, you have the horns, right? It's an ox.
Takes a long horn.
Okay, so an ox looking to the side, you have the mouth, right? You would have a horn. Okay, so but he's showing both of the horns. So the horn from this side, from the other side, this side. So that's an ox. Got it? All right. So what are the attributes of an ox? When you think of an ox, like what? Go ahead.
Strength.
Strength, right? Because what's it saying? You are strong as a what?
An ox.
Right. Okay. So the literal translation or definition for this word is power and authority.
Side door.
All right. So hence like Alahayim, the powers. All right. Is the name for the angels, the heavenly hosts. All right. All right. So next.
Bah.
All right. So now we got the sound. Ba. All right. What does this look like? All right, no sweat. Draw a little bit better. All right. We'll do it from an architectural standpoint. All right. So, right? Watch this. What does that look like? That's a man. That's a roof. That's a wall. That's a door. What does that look like?
A tabernacle or a house?
A house. All right. So ba, all right, is an illustration of a floor plan of a tent. All right. And just put the bar back. You see, architecture always pay. That's an isometric drawing. What that boy called.
You got some dimensions on there.
Yeah, you told you know what? That's 3D right there, boy. All right. So if the illustration is of a floor plan of a tent, what would you think that the definition of the letter Ba meant?
Refuge.
Close.
Home.
There you go.
Oh,
Family, house, or inn. Because a family lives where? In a house. And you go in a house. All right?
that a N with two N's, as in like a
No, like to go in.
to go in.
Not like in like the Motel Inn or Holiday Inn, like your Motel Inn. All right. And there's a reason why I'm doing this with the Paleo Ancient Phoenician Hebrew, because this came before the Assyrian. So if I wrote the Assyrian, it wouldn't make sense.
Right.
Right? What's the next letter?
God.
So we have the sound.
Side door.
What does that look like? Let me help you out. Well, okay, what does it look like?
A roof.
No. What's that?
Feet.
A foot.
That's a foot.
Yes, it is a foot. Like if I drew it like this,
Of all things. Yeah, but you see, it's turned the other way.
I understand. Hey, brother, I didn't write it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come up with it, but that's literally what it means. A foot. The illustration of it is a foot. All right. So, what do you do with the foot?
You walk.
My man.
Right. Right.
That brother hand.
You know what I'm saying? You walk or gather. Right? You go about gathering things, walking about. Gather. That's an R. Okay. What's the next letter?
So like your die.
Da. All right. I'm gonna help you out with this illustration. This is a tent. That would be the what to the tent? You know.
Door.
My man. The illustration is A door.
That's the stuff I hold that.
Right.
Yeah, bro. All right. So, what do you do with a door?
Open it.
All right. So you enter. I'm gonna put entrance. Yep. So entrance, move things through a door, and you hang things on the door. All right. Everybody got those? Want to get your picture? All right. All right. So this is how Adam, you know what I'm saying, came about coming up with these letters. You know what I'm saying? He looked at these everyday things, you know what I'm saying, and made practicality out of it. You know what I'm saying? So like when you start really breaking down the Hebrew, like you can break down the Hebrew in sentence structure like we've been doing, or you can get real technical with it and you can go letter by letter. You'll get an even more in-depth definition in detail of what the sentence means. That's how deep, you know what I'm saying, our language is. You know what I'm saying? All right. So we got the next bad boy. What is that? What letter is that?
Huh.
Okay, so we got the sound. All right. What is it? I got you, brother. Let me help you out. Okay, first off, what is this?
It's a man.
Okay.
Shoot a free throw.
What I'm saying, what would this be?
Phalanges.
Okay, that would be his hand. This would be his what?
An arm.
Right. So his arm is what? What are you doing right now to ask me a question?
Raising his arm.
Goddamn right.
Oh,
All right. Man with arm raised. All right. What would you assume the definition would be? When you raise your hand, you do what? What do you raise your hand for?
Salakia or attention.
A question.
Question. So when you ask a question, you're looking for a what? Another word for answer is reveal. Let's spell it right.
I think Adam must have been smart or something.
Or it's just very obvious. All right, so it means to reveal, to look, you know, hey, look at me.
Right.
Hey, look at me. All right. And to breathe. The reason why you would say breathe is because when you lift things with your arms, you got to do what? Breathe. Cause you to be out of breath. You have your arm raised for a long time, your arm get tired to a certain point, you put it down, you be like, you know what I'm saying? Take a breath. All right. Okay. Next one. All right. What letter is that?
Wow.
That is the Y. What does that look like?
T-bone steak.
No. I'm gonna give you an example.
Which bone?
A crutch.
Crutch, but in olden times definition, it would be a peg. I'll put crutch next to it.
Could it be a staff?
No. Maybe, but yeah, maybe.
How he come?
Yeah.
We use staff.
All right. So, what does a peg do? Like, think of like a pirate with a peg leg. What's the purpose of a peg leg or a crutch? What does it do?
I want to say hold you up, but
Okay, so
I know
if something's holding you up, you feel because when you didn't have something to hold you up, you know what I'm saying? Man, me saying the word is gonna give you the word.
Lucky if I may, secure.
Right. Okay. Secure. All right. Also, to add, because you know you're adding security, adding leg. You know what I'm saying? Add and to hook. You know, you can hook something down with the top of a crutch if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Or you can think of it like a shepherd's staff if you want to. All right. All right, what's the next letter? Za. Got the sound. All right, this is you would have to be in agriculture to really know what this is. Grim Reaper carries one of these. What is that?
Sickle.
Sickle. All right. Or in other words, a hoe. Right? Which you use to.
Oh.
Or a plow. So sickle used to cut grass with, you know what I'm saying? Or used to plow, right? So that's where the Zod comes from, all right? So you have plow, hoe, and matak. Somebody look up what matok means. M-A-T-T-O-C-K.
Matok, an agricultural tool shaped like a pickaxe with an adze and a chisel edge as the end of the head.
Okay, so it's another tool for plowing a field. All right. So why do you plow a field? What's the purpose in farming to plow a field? Anybody?
I would say to shape the field to grow. I'm not. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
To,
I mean, what is the whole purpose of farming?
to sow and reap.
Too technical. Just bring basic need. What is the purpose of farming? Food. Food. Cut. Nourish. All right. All right, what's the next letter?
Ka.
Ha.
Okay.
All right. Now we have the sound. What does this look like? Let me help you out.
Oh.
A walk.
Yeah.
Damn right. All right. All right. So, what is the purpose of a wall? What's the purpose of Donald Trump putting up a wall? You got your hand up first.
To stop things from coming through.
Or to keep things
Out.
all right, outside, divide, half. All right. All right, what's the next letter?
Stop. No, ta. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Ta. We have the sound. All right, I'm gonna help you out with this.
It's like, sir, after the X-Men symbol.
It is the X-Men symbol,
Damn.
but the X-Men didn't exist back then,
Right.
and it's not. The sound is an X. All right, so
What?
no problem. So another three-dimensional thing here.
Man, that's a nigga face.
Nope.
Is it a snare? Hot.
Barbecue grill. Like that baby.
And really,
Yeah.
so long. But yeah, it's a basket. All right. So tie, basket. All right. What do you do with the basket? So we playing charades.
Hold and gather.
There you go. Contain. Contain. Mud. And surround. All right. Because you use mud to make bricks back then.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Everybody got these before I erased them.
Got it, sir.
No sweat. Shabba dabba tweet, tweet, tweet. Boop, 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 boop. All right. All right. So next symbol.
Yeah.
Yah is the sound. Right? Any idea what that is? Give you a little hint.
Would be an arm.
There you go. It's that simple. It is an arm with a closed hand. Arm with closed hand. All right. So what do you think the definition would be for that? What do you do with your hands every day?
Oh, you work?
There you go.
Your work.
Work. Make. Praise. Throw. Right? Hallelujah. Right. Hallelujah. In our language. Hallelujah.
Wow.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You know, Christians, hallelujah. You know what I'm saying? But it's hallelujah. All right. Next. What is that?
Ka.
All right. I'm gonna give you a little help with this one.
Right.
Really? Would have figured that out in a million years.
Open palm. All right.
It's the thumb, though.
No, this is represent like the writing, the crinkles in the middle of your hand. All right. All right. So, okay, so it's open palm. What do you do with an open palm? First and foremost, it's what? No, the hand is what? The palm is what? No. Okay, what is the illustration? Read it.
Open palm.
Okay, so the palm is what?
To grab stuff. The palm is the
Okay, read the illustration.
open palm.
So that means the palm is. Thank you. Woo!
Too much.
We got scholars in here, boy. We got rocket scientists in here, man. You feel me? God, dog. So you open things with your hand. You tame things. You bend things. There's one more. And you allow things with your hand. Okay. The next one.
La.
Okay, we have the sound. La 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 la.
Right.
All right. And help you with this.
Is it a shepherd's?
It is a shepherd's staff. All right, so what do you do with a shepherd's staff?
Guide.
Okay.
Correct?
Yes. So another word for guide is teach. Also, you can yoke. Get over here. All right. You can bind and toward, or onward, guide. Go towards this direction. All right. Next letter. What we got here?
Ma.
Ma. Okay. What does that look like? I'll give you a hint. It's the elemental symbol.
Water.
Water. Okay. All right. So, you know, what comes from water?
Fish.
Mm-mm.
Ox. No.
All right. What are attributes of water? That's a good one. That's better. What's attributes of water?
Wet. Liquid.
A wave can be what or what? When a wave smashed against the seashore, it can be,
Destructive.
it's another word for destructive. Mass
Chaos.
chaos. It can be chaotic. All right. It can also be a mighty wave. And also blood, because your body is made up majority of what? Water.
What's that second word?
Mighty. It's real tight.
Mighty.
Yeah, mighty. It's lucky. Right? So coincidentally, when you meet a female, you know what I'm saying? Be like, what up, ma? How you doing? You know, when she's on her blood,
Yeah.
she can be mighty chaotic. You know what I'm saying? You word for mother's ama. All right. I got it.
Powerfully chaotic.
Right. Psychotically chaotic. Next letter.
Now.
Nah. Nah. All right. This one's a little difficult. All right, I'll help you out. Let me help you out.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Serpent.
I want to say the north, south, east.
Earth.
That's the earth.
Element. Seed. Sperm.
So if this is the earth
Ground.
and this is the seed, what's that coming out the earth?
A plant.
Right. It's a sprouting seed. All right. So, thinking of a sprouting seed, what do you think of? The seed drops from a tree, right? So when you think of a tree dropping fruit and it's a seed sprouting, what do you think of?
Earth.
No.
No.
In the same ballpark, though. Kind of its kind, like of its like.
Life.
Mhm. What do you have in here? What is
Right.
AJ to you? He's your what?
Son, child,
What type of son?
inheritance.
Right. All right. Heir. All right. Son and continue. All right, which are all things that seeds are. Seeds are heirs of the plant that came before it, or children or sons of the plant that came before it. And they continue the line of the plant that came before it. All right. Coincidentally, sound is na. Bon, which has na at the end, is son. All right. Everybody got these. Before I move on, want to snap the pictures.
Side door.
Got it?
Okay.
We got to fix that echo, bro. I don't know what it is. I mean, we're gonna do it for the next class, but that's never happened before. That's pretty weird. All right. Next letter. Matza.
Sa.
Sa. We have the sound. All right. I'll give you a hint.
Balance.
A balance. But in old words, it would be called a tron. AKA the balance. All right. All right. So, what would you do with a when you look at it, when you think of a balance, think of Tazadak, think of justice. What is the purpose of a even balance, something that's not respected of a person?
Tell me what again.
Righteous.
The law is to what the people?
Correct.
It rhymes with correct.
Correct.
Protect.
My nigga. Protect. Grab, because you know we grab niggas to break the law. And we hate what the Lord hates. All right. The next one is
I.
mean, this shit should be like self-explanatory.
It's me. Oh.
An eyeball.
An eye. Right. Eye, right? I mean, like, what else could it be? Eye.
Right.
All right. What do you do with an eye? There you go. Sharpash.
Watch.
There you go. You got to watch for eye on Asher.
Right.
So you watch. Know. You know what people. You know what people are doing by watching them. And you're able to observe shade. That is such a double entendre. All right.
You time Tristan?
I already checked it.
Okay.
Almost done. Next. What? See, boy, look at that, boy. Even the babes cry out. What is it, Asher? What you say? What's it called? Say it. What is that?
What does it say?
What you say? What is this? The whole thing.
What does it say, Asher?
That's right, man. That's right. Give young Asher a hand, man. How old is Asher?
2.
So I'm saying this boy 2 years old, man. This boy know Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? He's like, man, shoot, man. Shoot. Adam, he came up with that a long time ago. That's a mouth right there, man. What you talking about, man? That's a mouth right there. You feel me? So, what do you do, Salakia, with your mouth?
Speak.
A lot of things.
What type of mouth is this?
One that's yelling.
If it's not closed, it's what?
It's open.
It's open. All right. What do you do to food with your mouth? When it's hot food. It's another word for breathe. Yeah, you blow. Right? And you scatter things by yelling.
No.
And you put things on edge with your mouth. All right. Next letter. All right. Okay. Mountain, people, walking. What do you think it is? People walk up a mountain. What? You go hiking up a mountain.
Trail.
My boy, that boy right there, boy. That's all some thousand right there, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a trail. All right. Let's see. What do you do on a trail? You take a what?
What?
Okay.
Raise your hand and then.
All right. You take a long.
Hike, walk.
Okay. When put like this.
Just listen.
Kang from the movie Kung Fu was on a quest, right? What's another word for quest?
Adventure.
On there.
Journey.
Journey. There we go.
No.
All right.
No.
So journey, chase, and hunt. These are all things you do on the trail. All right. Next letter.
Qua.
Okay, we have the sound. Right?
Would that be a tree?
No.
Umbrella?
We all used to make this picture when we was in elementary. We thought we was cool as hell.
Put your hand down. We don't know.
Take a shot.
Sun, horizon.
Sun doing what on the horizon?
Rising.
There you go. Sun at the horizon. All right. Which is funny. This almost looks like that map that was on the back of that girl in Waterworld. You know what I'm saying? Had a little arrow with the. Never mind. See, somebody's a movie enthusiast, movie buff, man. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for not leaving me hanging. You're right. Appreciate you, brother. You know what I'm saying? These brothers don't watch movies. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? They all right. All right. So, what shape is the sun?
A circle.
A circle. Because the sun lets you know the amount of time, which I kind of just gave away the next one. Time. Revolution. I totally misspelled that. Revolution and condense, all dealing with time. All right, take your pictures.
Condense.
Yes.
Stop.
No sweat. You mocking me, Asher? All right. Only got a couple more to go. All right. There's that.
Ra.
We have the sound ra. Okay. Help you out here.
Like it. There be a spear.
Nah. What? No.
I was gonna say a man.
It's the head of a man.
Head of man.
No. So when you're having a certain conversation with certain individuals, be like, well, baby, what you want? Rah.
Damn.
Like, I need that raw. Ah, yeah, it's like
Raw in your pie.
you know what I'm talking about? The boy said raw. Oh shit. All right. So we got head. First off, it's head of a man. Definition clearly head. The head is at the what of a body? What is this of the body?
Crown.
No. I'll give you that. That's one of them. Top of a journey, in other words, saying the what of a journey. We're at the top of the journey. Beginning. Coincidentally, the book of Genesis is Bara'ashia. Bara'ashia, the book of Genesis. The beginning or the top or the head of. All right. Also means first. If you're not first, you're last, in the words of Ricky Bobby's dad. Next one. All right. Think of a Neanderthal. What would these be? Teeth. There you go. I'm gonna tell you, boy, leave it to the kids, bro. Two front teeth. How old are you, AJ?
6.
You got a 2-year-old and a 6-year-old kicking ass and taking names. Get them young lads a hand. All right. So, what type of teeth are these? Vampire teeth or what? Here we go. Sharp. All right. In order to chew food, your teeth have to what together? Close. Anybody else want to take a shot at it?
Right.
Yeah, okay, all right. Okay, put it like this. In order to make a diamond, you need what?
It's like a pressure.
Right, they press. Teeth press together. So that's what we got here. What else do you eat with? What else do you do with teeth? Eat. Eat. All right. And it's also two. What is the number 2 in Hebrew? Uriah. Sure. I don't know. We don't do in guesses. We don't deal in guesses. Right. So the number 2 in Hebrew is Shanya. Sure. All right. What's the next? What's the last letter? Vav. I'll just use a phrase. What marks the spot?
Yes.
Or crossed it? Man, I don't know what's going on, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, YouTube is doing some weird stuff. Mark, sign, signal, and monument. All right. Take the pictures. Got your pictures?
Okay.
All right. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior YAHANNA. This is the Lashawan Qadash class. We will pick up next week. I'm going to say Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatham to my brothers, and Yahweh Shema Elathan, Bahashem Yahushua to all my sisters. Shalom. What was it? Shalom. No sweat. Most High Christ. I don't know what the fuck. What is that? What the fuck? What did she say? It was live? Yeah, it was live. I don't know what the fuck that shit was doing, bro.